Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to analyze a new methodology of qualitative comparative analysis, that is QCA, with the help of FSQCA software, that is Fuzzy Set Qualitative Comparative Analysis. So before proceeding further, it is very important to know what qualitative comparative analysis is. It is basically used to set the memberships of the variables rather than its explanation through variances. The QCA application now enables the researchers to analyze the large number of cases, even in the thousands. So QCA focuses on the real-world asymmetric relationships, unlike the multiple regression analysis, and thus accounts for multicollinearity and quaternary cases, where it can be done through fuzzy set qualitative comparative analysis, because this analysis is preferred technique for testing the combinational effect, because of the unique combination of variables are not conducted for each variable, but observe the overall data and thus identify the complex solutions for the variables and examines the combinations for all the independent variables. So before proceeding further, it is very important to have a data. I have a data of KSE 100 index non-financial sector companies, where the board size, CEO duality, board financial experts, board independence are my independent variable, firm size and firm age are my constant variables, and Tobin skew is the dependent variable in this analysis. It is very important to convert the Excel workbook into CSV file, because FSQCA application only takes the CSV file. Here you can see the main interface of FSQCA, which is completely blank. So starting with our first step, I will convert the Excel workbook into CSV file. For this, go to File, go to Save As, and select the desired folder you want to save. Click the Save As type and select the CSV comma delimited and save. After saving your file, go to FSQCA application, select the file and click Open. Here you need to select the file where you have saved your data and open it. Now you can see that the variables can be displayed over here. For this, the first step to start the analysis in the FSQCA, it is important to calibrate the variables. The calibration of variables, original variables, should be done on the continuous variables only, or the values that are not in binary digit. Binary digit means zeros and ones, because we do not calibrate the binary variables, as the CEO duality in our case is binary variable. So we will not calibrate this variable. We'll calibrate the other variables excluding CEO duality, right? So how can we calibrate? Go to variables, click compute and select the calibrate. And how you can calibrate now? Here x represent your original variable n1, n2 and n3. What these n1, n2, n3 represents? Mostly researcher takes n1 as the 95% cutoff, n2 as the 50% cutoff, and n3 as the 5% cutoff. But it varies researcher to researcher. I am taking the n1 as the maximum value of my variable, n2 as the mean variable of mean value of my variable, and n3 as the minimum value of my variable, because it applies on my research, right? It completely varies researcher to researcher and the type of the data, but I am taking the maximum, mean and minimum value in this case. And how can we find it? Go to your Excel workbook and in the end apply the functions, that is the max function. To identify max, select your desired column and enter. Here it provides the max value, right? And then the mean. For mean you need to write average formula, select the desired column, and here you have the mean value. For minimum you need to, same as it is, write min, select the min function and then select your desired column I am dragging this formula to all the cells. Here the same formula has been applied for all the columns. I don't need the CO duality, so I am deleting this one, right? Then go to calibrate, select the first variable, that is board size. N1 is the maximum value. Here I am taking the maximum value of 19 in the N1, mean in my 8.58, and minimum value of 6. And you need to rename your variable. I am taking it as board and click OK, right? Now I will calibrate all the variables same. I have calibrated the board size variable. 0.778 is the maximum value. Minimum value for this variable is 0.25 and minimum value is 0. I am renaming it as expert. Click OK. Then I am calibrating my third variable of board independence, where the maximum value is 0.75, mean value is 0.25, and minimum value is 0. Now the next variable is firm age. Here the maximum value is 160, mean value is 41.43, and minimum value is 5, and I am renaming it as age. Then my last variable is dependent variable of Tobin's Q. The maximum value for this is 19.32, mean value is 2.36, and minimum value is 1.001, and I am renaming it as Tobin. Now we have calibrated all the variables here. The next step is to analyze. Before proceeding further, I am restating it as that the calibrated score ranges from maximum to mean and then mean to minimum, where the maximum is the maximum value which shows the full non-membership. Mean represents the average value which shows the crossover point, and min is the minimum value which shows the full membership, where the calibrated values ranges from 0 to 1. After completing the calibration process, the frequency threshold should be analyzed, which is the number of cases that are reported. So how we are going to analyze? Go to analyze, click truth table algorithm, select your outcome variable. Here the outcome variable is Tobin, and my rest of the variables are here. Since I haven't calibrated the CO duality, so I'll select it from above, and rest I will take the calibrated variables. Click OK, and here you can see that a box appear where the variables are now converted and calibrated. Go to edit, click delete and code, and click OK with the default values mentioned over here. Here you can see that now The variables are further shortened down because the value is not important for this range and combinations are deleted from this analysis. Go to standard analysis and you can see that present or absent value are both selected for analysis. Click OK. Go to the main page. Here you can see that now three type of results can be seen, where the complex solution, parsimonious solution, and then the intermediate solution, right? Which solution is better to take? Mostly researchers take the intermediate solutions because it provides the subset of parsimonious and complex solutions. But how can we interpret it? Because this is just providing us with the raw coverage, unique coverage, consistency, and what these paths shows. For this, you need to make a further table of analysis. Go to Word, make a table over here, mention paths, and then mention your all the variables except for the outcome variable. We have variables of board size, CEO duality, experts, independence, size, age, raw coverage, and consistency, right? For better analysis, I am taking a screenshot of it and paste in our Word file so that you can have a comparison of the results. Right? So I will copy the first path and paste it over here. Now you can see that there is a sign with BOD, board size. This shows negative, right? You can just copy it, or any other sign from which you can display the result. I am using the same sign and I am pasting over here. Then we have CEO duality. There is no sign with it. That means it is positive in our this path. I am just representing it with bullet. Then, okay, there is a space issue over here. I am adjusting it. For expert, you can see that it is also positive in our case. I will mention bullet over here, and there is no presence of significance in this path, right? So we'll make it empty. Size is also negative in our case, present and negative, and same age is present and negative in our case. The raw coverage for this is 0.08. I will just paste it over here, and then the consistency. We don't need unique coverage because it do not provide us with the good information. Same as it is, I will paste all other paths. Or I can just insert any other shape, so you can just have a look. Now here you can see that board size is again negative in this case. In this path I will show it as with this sign. CO duality is positive, so I will make the shape over here. Then experts is also positive over here. Independence is also positive and present in this case. And size is also present and positive in this case. Here there is no presence of age, so I will leave the column empty. Again, our next path is of this. I will copy it and paste it over here. Here you can see that board size is now positive, so I'll copy it and paste the same abbreviation for it. CO duality is also positive and present in this path. Experts are negative, financial experts, I will represent this sign, and independence is also positive and present in this path. Size is negative, so I will represent the same sign again, and age is also negative. In this case, all the variables are present in this path. Next, the last path is this. Here the board size is positive and present in this path. CO duality is negative and present in this path. Experts are positive and present. Independents are also positive and present. Size is negative and present, and age is positive and present in this path. Now you can see that we have total number of 4 paths in our case, right? And you can see that board size is negative in 2 paths and positive in 2 paths, whereas CO duality is positive for 3 paths and negative for 1. Financial experts for shows the 3 positive and 1 negative, whereas independent shows 3 positive and 1 empty cell. That means there was no presence of independence in one path. Size is negative in 3 paths and positive in 1. Age is positive in 2 paths and age is positive in 1 path and negative in 2 paths, whereas there is an empty cell which shows that there is no presence of age in our path number 2. Now how can you interpret these coverages, right? For this, the good consistency for a model should be above 0.74, right? And if the consistency is below 0.74, then it is considered as inconsistent. In our case, all the consistencies are above 0.74. You can see over here, right? And the raw coverage should be ranges between 0.25 to 0.65. According to different researchers, this range varies, but I am taking here point of 0.25 and 0.65, where you can see that all of the coverages ranges between this range. However, this first range of 0.08 is above from 0.65 of our highest range. That means it is not a good coverage in this research. However, there are some researchers which take the coverages of 0.25 to 0.8 and 0.9. It depends on the data and it depends on the research type. Here I am showing you another type of analysis, that is the necessary conditions, where you can add necessary conditions such as our I am starting with the board size, which I have calibrated, then our experts. The sign with them shows the negative, so you can take both or you can take a single one, upon your choice, because it varies from research to research. I am taking all the positive values, positive variables, and our outcome variable is Tobin skew, and I'll OK. Here you can see that the consistencies and coverages of the complete variables can be seen, where the consistencies in board size is less than 0.74. However, it is nearest to 0.7, so we can take it as a weak but good consistency in our case. And coverages, all of the coverages varies from 0.25 to 0.65. That means all of the coverages are good in our case. All of the variables in this model shows a major significance on Tobin skew, right? And if you want to save your result, go to File, go to Save Results, and save your result as text file. Here you can see that the results are now saved in a text file like this. So you can check these results later on and interpret them later on. It's up to your choice. So this is the complete analysis on the FSQCA. This is the basic type of analysis, whereas some other type of analysis can also be done. But since I have taken the analysis of the calibrated process, so it is a complete procedure which provides you with the coverages, paths, and further analysis which I have shown you on the Word. Hope this video is will be good for you, and let me know if there is any comment or any review you guys want to share. Thank you so much, and Allah Hafiz.